Hi, how y'all doing? It is Sunday, May the 28th, 2023. Yeah, I'm right, 28th. So, the sky in Ontario, Canada is blue again, not a cloud in the sky, right? I heard this, I was laying down, I had a nap this afternoon, right? The energy just left me. I was watching a subtitled Chinese fantasy movie, right? And it sounded like a bomb off the old movies, you know? It goes, right? And I thought, wasn't that strange? You know? I suppose it was an aircraft of some kind, airship, right? I didn't get up to look at it. I just didn't have any energy today at all. But you know what? The Schumann is only at 9, right? And yesterday it was at 10, so even less energy than yesterday. Right? For sure. So, I had a nap for an hour and a half. I can't believe it. It was around, I think I laid down around 1 o'clock. And I woke up at 2:30. And I had a dream. I haven't had I can't say lucid, a vivid dream, right? For a while. So, interesting, right? I'm not dreaming at night, but I do in the daytime. And I don't usually nap in the daytime. So, my dream was I was in my house. Just my house. I don't know what house, but it was my house, right? And all of a sudden, my ex-fiance, who's 7 years younger than I am, right, shows up. And I was like, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, I just thought I'd come back. And I was like, oh. And I looked at him, and my mother's image beamed over top of him. And I got the biggest smile on my face, and I was like, oh, wow! Right? She was beaming. She still had white hair, but her face was just glowing, and she had the biggest smile, right? It was beautiful. And he was like, what's wrong with you? And I said, well, I see, when I looked at you, I see my mother's face, right? And he was like, oh, right? And I said, oh, by the way, did you get vaxxed? And he goes, yep, I got vaxxed 4 times. And I went, oh, right? Oh. And that was all the conversation that I can remember having with him. But when I woke up, all I can remember is somebody said, don't eat pig. Don't eat pork. And I was like, damn, that's what I took out for dinner tonight. Crap. It's not like I have a lot of food to choose unless I go to the grocery store. So I was like, okay, well, I'll try not to eat pig anymore, but I'm eating this tonight because it's already thawed. So, yeah, right? The only thing that my ex-fiance and my mother had in common, which I find is weird, was his birthday was October the 8th. My mother's death was on October the 8th. So, I'm not sure what that signifies, right? I don't know what that signifies at all. So, interesting. But yeah, good to know. He won't be coming back into my life because I'm sure he's vaxxed. You know, I am. He's seen that he goes to the doctor. He used to go to the doctor all the time. So it wouldn't be hard for them to coerce him into it. They probably wouldn't even have to. So what it is, isn't it? It's just another reason to make me hold my ground with 10 toes down. You know, stay strong. Standing strong. Being grounded. So, yeah. Oh, you know what else is interesting? The other day, that news thing I read is back. It seems like Buddy went on a sabbatical and went somewhere for a couple of weeks. Would have been nice if he had told me, or told us, you know. I left the little thing. He'll be gone for a month or whatever, but he didn't. So yeah, people don't think of other people sometimes, I suppose. So anyways, it was where Morocco, right? There are orcas attacking sailboats off the shore, right? In the ocean around Morocco, Spain and stuff like that. Okay? They're crashing into the hulls and into the rudders. And they can't figure out why they're attacking sailboats. They're just attacking sailboats. Right? This is a sign from nature. Okay? So, that's interesting. That's, I think, where the dirty Moors came from, too. was Morocco. They invaded them, took them over, you know, tried to take them over, got kicked out of there. I can't remember now. I'll have to pay attention to Rod Hayes again. He's got a really good hold of this, of our true history, right? He does. So, yeah, I thought that's interesting. And then my daughter was saying there last week, I was talking to her, she's in Ottawa, and she was saying how it was funny. She was doing, she was at a river, and she was videoing it for me, right? She takes me with her sometimes. And she was like, oh, wow, Mom, you see all those birds over there? And she pointed the camera at the sky across the river, right? And they were vultures. Tons of them flying around, right? And I thought, well, vultures have spiritual meaning is they're cleaning negative energy from that area. So after that, I noticed twice more when I've been out and about driving around, I've spotted groups of vultures, right, in the sky. You don't usually see them in groups. They are usually solitary, or two maybe, but not like 10 or 20, right? And I think I was watching Gina Hill's video, and one time, a week or two ago, and the same thing there. She had seen a bunch of vultures in the sky. Right? So nature's speaking to us. They are. I didn't see any birds here in my tree today. It's hot here. It's 27. Right? It is. I'll show you. Hold on. See how blue that sky is? Pretty blue. Oh, look, I'm sweating. Oh. Oh, yeah. I just thought I'd get on here, tell you those two little things. Oh, I was watching another thing, a couple of little YouTubers, right? Well, I guess they're not little. I'm a little YouTuber. They got, you know, 40,000 people following that or subscribe to their channel, right? But what it was is one guy was like that Dylan Mulvaney person, the little tranny, right? That Bud Light decided to put on their cans and stuff. He calls him the Bud Light killer. So I think that's a really good thing because they've sunk, you know, lost a lot of business since they did that, right? And then Target does the transgendered clothing for children, so they're going down. Maybelline, the makeup company, right, said in 1989 they were testing on animals, but they had stopped. And then in 2021, it came out that they didn't stop at all. And now they have a tranny, what do they call it? They're advertising for their makeup, right? Well, see, a tranny would need makeup because they're not a female, they're a man pretending they're a female, right? So I suppose the more makeup, the better for them. I've seen trannies, and they are not attractive people at all. I've thought this for a very long time, right? They don't make a very pretty woman. Maybe they did a man, but yeah, they just look like freaks as a woman. So, I think people should consider that before they decide that they hate themselves so much that they need to change the way they look. Right? Because just because you change the way that you look doesn't mean you're changing who you are inside. If you don't like yourself inside, you're not going to like yourself no matter what you look like. So, get into doing shadow work and heal, if that's the case, you know? That's the only way they're going to solve that. It's a mental illness. That's unfortunate to say, but that's what homosexuality is. It's a mental illness, okay? It is. So, yeah. What was the other company that's doing this too? I think that's all I heard so far. There's probably a few more. There's probably going to be a few more, I imagine, because they're not very smart people at the heads of these companies. They're just corrupt AF, right? They're probably all Satanists that like to mess with the little ones, you know? So yeah, cowards. If you have to mess with little ones, so you're a coward in my book. You are. So yeah, I thought that was a different dream. It was so very vivid. It really was, right? So the energy's changed a bit from yesterday. At least I'm not feeling like biting somebody's head off. You know? I'm not. I just had a really lazy day, obviously. I had a nap. So yeah, I think I've talked long enough. I can't think of anything else I'd rather that I want to say. There was other whales too that were doing something in the ocean somewhere else. I can't remember where it was now. Dang it. Gotta write this stuff down. I do. I need to write it down so that I remember. It's what I can tell you when I do these videos. Alright. I think that's all. Tomorrow's Monday. Let's see what the shit show in the United States says, right? I want to watch another video. Justin Trudeau admitted to a reporter, right, that they've lost numbers. They're not as popular in their scheme as they thought they were. And this is at halftime, right? So they're losing. That's good news, isn't it? Just like the Biden regime. They're losing too, right? They are. It's beautiful. It is. So, that's all for today. I love you as all as a consciousness. Alright? Alright. Enjoy your night or day. Bye.